Hello, welcome to Quilt and Color. My name is Shalina. For today's 15 minutes to quilt, I'm going to be sewing equilateral triangles together. I'm working on an old pattern called 1,000 Pyramids. It just uses 60-degree triangles. And in this video, because I'm just starting, I will give you step-by-step tutorial on how to cut the triangles and how to sew them together. I'm calling my quilt Pyramids of Paradise because of the beautiful colors that I'm using with the aqua and the turquoise and the lime green with hints of purple. Okay, so let's just take a look at what we have here in our box. It's overflowing, as you can see. It's a pretty box, but it's overflowing. So in here we have a whole bunch of triangles in lime green, some of these have been sewn to each other. And basically I'm just sewing these in a random fashion and letting serendipity take its course. So you can see that it's just going to be rows of, so it's just going to be a row of triangles. These are the way so you can see this better. And then the next row will be on top. It'll just be row after row of triangles. Like this. I think it goes like this. And hopefully there'll be some kind of kaleidoscope effect that's created by this. Alternating the lights and the darks will help make that more of a kaleidoscope effect. Okay, so we have all sorts of different colors. We've got blues, turquoise, we've got lime greens, some darker blues, and then we also have in here more fabric. I'll just show you a quick glimpse of these. They haven't been cut up yet. There's lights and darks in here. Maybe I should cut some more lights, like this light purple. And then there's just more batiks and smaller amounts of fabric in here. Yeah, there's not very many lights in here, so maybe I'll cut one of these, and then that way we'll have some more lights in here in our set. Okay, so there's a lot of different kinds of rulers you can use to cut this. You can use the 60-degree angle on your ruler and cut it that way, or you can use a triangle ruler like this one, or this one makes hexagons and it also makes the 60-degree triangle over here. So anything that you use will work fine as long as you make sure you maintain that 60 degrees. So the first thing I'm going to do is to cut the size of this. I think this is 5.5 inches here for me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'm first just going to straighten out the edge. Okay, and then go to 5.5. 2, 3, 4, which is I think exactly the size of this ruler. Nope. Always compare to the original to make sure we're going the right size. This way here. Yes. So this is 5.5 inches, and the tip is cut off here because of the ruler. Okay, now I'm going to cut off the selvage. And then from here, it's just a simple matter of making sure that all the ends are inside the fabric area and just cutting on both sides. And after that, you can just turn this template over and over again to get the rest of the pieces. This will be a fun fabric for the circle quilt. Turn this off a little bit, so I'll fix that. Check this one since that one was off. That's fine. And see if there's room for one more in here. Nope. Okay, so this one's excess and that one's excess. Okay, now we can go ahead and get to sewing. Okay, so I sewed some of these triangles together, but the camera didn't record them, which is just as well because they are not the same size. Not all of these are not the same size. These will work fine for a border, but they will not work well in a quilt where the triangles are stacked on top of each other to form a nice pyramid shape. And so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and find the triangles that are the same size and then I'll sew them together so that I can make progress on this quilt. this quilting day was a little bit disappointing to me because, first of all, I couldn't find the template that I used to cut the triangles in the box. It's probably in one of the other projects that I'm working on that has the triangles. But as you can see here, this template doesn't quite fit what I'm working on here. And I don't think that I would have used like a middle of a line. See, this is too big to go on this 5.5 inch line, and it's too small for the 5-inch line. So it just doesn't match up right. And I know for sure that I didn't use a hex and more ruler. But it also doesn't quite fit any of the sections here. And I would think that I would have tried to line it up on one of the lines. I know that when I first started, I was using the regular ruler. I was using my long ruler for the beginning, but then eventually I did switch out to a triangle ruler, and I don't have it with me in the box. And then the other problem that I'm having is that the sizes of these are not the same. You can see that this is not the same, and I was basing this on another triangle that I had. I know I just cut this one today, but it just doesn't quite work out on any of these. And this is what I think this is the right size, but even this one, you can see that they're not exactly the same either. There's a little sliver here that's off. So I was able to sew some of them together, and I think it's going to look good when it's finished correctly. But the sizes are wrong, so that's the first thing I'm going to have to do. I put a little note in the box to remind myself that there's a problem with the sizes of the triangles, and hopefully the next time I get to this project, I will make sure all the sizes are the same. I will have found my other ruler, and I'll be able to go forward in a better way. This video is one of a series where I make each of my works in progress quilts. I just see how much work I can get done in 15 minutes. I hope you had a chance to sew along with me, and if you did, just let me know in the comments what you worked on today and how much you got done in your 15 minutes, and I'll give you an entry in the drawing. Since we're nearing the end of our series, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in future videos. Would you like to see me make more progress on these quilts you've already seen? And if so, would you be okay with me working on the same steps, or would you like to wait until I'm working on the next step of the quilt? Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support, and we'll see you again tomorrow.